Hi, my name is Aubrey Lynch. Welcome to my channel, your place for reflection, self-awareness, getting to know yourself, to love yourself, be yourself, and celebrate yourself. Thanks for watching. Welcome. I have to say, I'm a bit perplexed by the world at the moment. I mean, there's a lot going on, obviously. And I'm just wondering, are people curious? Right? It's a critical skill and a critical trait that we need to have a fulfilling life. I'll get to why in a moment, but I'm just wondering, are people paying attention to what's going on? I know that it's hard and scary. It's hard to watch the news. It's hard to see those clips of what the politicians are saying and what they're doing, what they're not doing, and the lies and the betrayal and the corruption is really can shake the most little person. It certainly has shaken me. And I'm just wondering, are you curious? Are you like blocking it all out because it's too much? Or are you actually wondering, what's happening? How is this happening? Why is this happening? What are people doing to make this happen, to allow this to happen? And what can I do to stop it? It feels like you can't do anything. I do believe that looking at ourselves, starting with us, looking in the mirror and asking ourselves, what are we doing? What am I doing to contribute to whatever drama is happening? What am I doing to contribute to the solution? Because ignoring something and avoiding it is not doing anything, right? It's actually exacerbating the problem by letting it fester and grow, and it, in a sense, it's enabling bad things to happen. So forgive yourself if that's you. I totally get it. There's certain things there's certain things I cannot be with, cannot deal with, don't want to think about, and they're happening. They're happening all around us. So we have to really think about what we can do. And I think one of those things that starts with is curiosity. Because if you get real, right, we're a couple months away from finding out what happens to democracy. Avoiding the news, avoiding our reality is not going to help. It's going to enable. If we don't start paying attention and get curious about what we can actually do, we're going to find ourselves in a very bad situation that we may not be able to recover from. So let's keep this positive and take a moment now to assess our curiosity. So what's important about curiosity? Well, for one, it inspires continuous personal growth. That's why we're here. We're trying to grow personally, see what's inside, and see how we can fortify it and set it up so that you are going to get the best result out of your life. Curiosity does this. Curious people seek to understand the world around them. They try to figure out what place they have in it, what their role is, what they can actually do, how what's happening affects them. They want to know what's happening. They want to understand what's happening. This constant pursuit of knowledge keeps you in a state of learning, keeps you in a state of personal growth, keeps you in a state of moving forward in your life. Adaptability and resilience. Yeah. Curiosity evokes resilience because you're always thinking and searching and trying and wanting new experiences and understanding that if you try something that doesn't work, you're going to recover. That's resilience. And the more you do these things, the more you're going to learn these things, the more resilient you become, the greater your capacity for recovery becomes. And life is easier. It's just easier because it's not literally easier because things are easier to do. Your sensibility about life is better because you understand you can recover from whatever happens. I actually have a whole video about resilience. It's kind of fun. So take a look at that and see what you think. Adaptability that results from increasing your capacity for recovery, your resilience, really adds to a deeper sense of yourself and your worldview. Enhanced emotional intelligence. Go figure. Again, it's why we're here. To fortify our emotional intelligence. Curiosity is a seed of emotional intelligence because your adaptability, your resilience, your pursuit of understanding naturally brings you to a space where you are wanting to know more about yourself, and your personal growth really adds to a state of emotional regulation and happiness. Critical thinking skills. Your ability to see a set of ideas and separate the facts from the shenanigans. You got to do it. I mean, if there was more of that, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in the world, if people could awaken their curiosity and use their critical thinking. Things that are being said are not true. You can Google it on your phone. Sorry to judge. I get so angry, but it's true. This stuff is happening because of a lack of emotional intelligence, right? A lack of curiosity and a lack of critical thinking. We have to strengthen it and increase our ability and our capacity to understand out of this pile of dung where the pearls are, right? Clean them off and celebrate them and let the dung go down the sewer where it belongs. Unfortunately, the cow turds are everywhere. Oh, it stinks. So yeah, critical thinking is important. And I'm not just talking about critical thinking in the world around us, that is absolutely important, but also about yourself. Really understanding, ask the questions and go, why did I react this way? What triggers me over here? How can I manage this better the next time this situation happens? Understanding how to measure all that stuff out is really a skill, and curiosity helps us do that, especially if you do it in a non-judging way. Right? Don't criticize what you find. When you say, why do I always do XYZ? Because you're XYZ. So change it, little by little. It's okay. Everyone has an XYZ, right? Everyone has a thing they do when things happen. Everyone has a trigger, has an activation, a moment when a personality or a situation happens. It's okay. It's part of being human. We want to love that part of ourselves too, because if we don't, it becomes a negative thing and a dark thing and then a thing and a thing and a thing, and you'll find yourself in a very, very difficult situation. Instead of a place of forgiveness, love, and gratitude, this is where you want to be. Right? Yeah. I hope so. Up to you, but I'm choosing love, light, and gratitude. Fulfillment and purpose. Curiosity leads us to our passion. It helps us identify the things in our life that make our lives better, that make other lives better. And the better our lives are, the stronger our lives are, the more capacity we have to help others, and everything kind of feeds itself in this love and light, and that's what we're trying to do. So the more curious you are, the more likely you are to find a fulfilling life, because you're willing to ask the hard questions, not just the answers, and celebrate what you find. So if you're not feeling so curious and you have noticed that you're kind of turning off and going on the inside, and you agree that maybe it's time to evoke or cultivate more curiosity, what do? Ask questions. A lot of questions. Out of real curiosity. Really ask, what about this? What about that? What happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? Right? It's evoking the desire for answers. It's to get a sense that what's happening in front of you might not be all that there is. There might be more if you just step a little bit further forward, ask one more question, and dare to face an answer that's unexpected. Diversify your reading habits. That's a good one. Want to be more curious? Read things that you wouldn't normally read. I really wish I did more of this. I don't have a lot of time for reading. I should say I don't make a lot of time for reading. And if I did, I would even be much more curious, because there are things I do kind of want to know about that you can read about. And this doesn't mean read a whole book. I mean, that'd be great, but there are articles, there are blogs, there are transcripts of podcasts, there are audiobooks. Really diversify the things that you don't know you want to know, and try something new. Embrace new experiences. Be willing to try something new. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Be willing to make a mistake. Be willing to be in a space that's not your normal environment. And dare yourself to be in that space and be curious about what's happening around you. Be curious how you're reacting. Be curious what's triggering you. Be interested in the things that sparkle out of yourself that you did not know that necessarily were there. It's so much fun if you are willing to just be a little bit uncomfortable and try something new. Cultivate a growth mindset. Remind yourself to keep a beginner's mind. You don't know all you think you know, right? Because you don't know what you don't know until you know you don't know it. Or you don't know what you do know until you find out something you don't know. All of that stuff, right? You have to really be in a space of what if, how, why, where. What next? Really think about those things as you go through your life and be willing to be in a space of growth. It sounds easy, but it can be kind of scary. But be in that fear, face that fear, be in that anxiety, be in that discomfort, and have a safety net. You can always go back to what you normally do. But as my dad always says, if you keep doing what you always did, you're going to keep getting what you always got. So, if that's okay, that's okay. And I have a feeling since you're watching, you want a little bit more, so I dare you to go for it. Practice mindfulness. Yep, here we go again. Self-care, getting sleep, drinking water, trying to eat healthy, getting exercise, get out in the sun, take a walk, be with people, be sociable, try to do things that are new and fun, and take care of yourself. Be selfish about your private space. Be selfish about the boundaries you have around yourself, right? Be respectful of others, but be really super respectful about you. The more you are, the more you can be, and create a space for curiosity, create a space for that personal growth, create a space for fulfillment and celebrating yourself. So ask questions, diversify your reading habits, embrace new experiences, cultivate a growth mindset, and practice mindfulness. Try it, see what happens. Increase your curiosity. Please like, subscribe, share. Spread the word of love and light, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, getting to know yourself, loving yourself, celebrating yourself, all of those things. We have to do it, because if we don't, it ain't looking too good for us. So I believe 1% at a time, starting with ourselves, we're going to change the world by changing us and how we love each other. Thank you for watching. See you there.